Welcome to those two web. So today we are going to learn about program number 12, that is you are going to design a login page and it has to be validated, that means with the user ID and password. The moment the user ID is correct and password is correct, it should log in. And you are going to use JSP, Java server page, and obviously database will be there, so you have to follow these steps. So you know very well the JSP, it is Java server page and it is used for web programming, especially with help of Java. So if you want to develop that, then you are going to use JSP. So let's proceed. Before proceeding, I just request you all, please subscribe my channel if you have not done so far, and click on the bell notification icon to be on, so you will get every notification. And you must share with your friends, and if you really like the video, you can give a like, and if you have any question, you can put into the comment section. So let's proceed, guys. So first of all, what we need, we have to create dynamic web project. You know very well, when you are going to have JSP, that is nothing, it's a dynamic web application. So earlier I have done normal Java, so I will change my perspective should be your Java EE. Once it's changed, you can go to file menu. Okay, so you can create dynamic web project. Remember guys, you are going to create a dynamic web project. Okay, so you can give any project name. I'm giving my JSP. Okay, let it everything by default, which we have already set up earlier. So I'm not going to create again the target runtime, because again if you change, again there is some problem with the port number and other things will come, so better don't change it. Once setup is done on your PC, you just proceed with the execution and writing the code and so on. So I'll just click on next and click on next. Make sure you are generating web.xml deployment descriptor. It is important when you are deploying the web application, and I'll click on finish. So once you complete, you can see that on the left hand side I have my project. Okay, and you have the SRC. In SRC you have my web app. In web app you have your Java main file, and in web app you are going to write the JSP pages. Okay, so first what I have to do, I have to create a login page here. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll create login page first. So to create JSP page, it's very simple. Right click on the web app. Okay, click on new, and you can see that it's a JSP file. So earlier you can change this login dot whatever you want, either capital letter or small letter, anything. If you want to use login dot JSP capital, you can use, but make sure you remember that. Next and finish. So in JSP code, this is the login page. You are going to write the login code. So already I have done it, so I'll just tell you that what will be the login page inside that. So login page is nothing. So whenever you write the Java code, that means JSP, in JSP, if you want to use Java, then you are going to use tag is like %, and page language is equal to Java. Content obviously it will be text.html. The characters it is UTF, and page encoding is also in UTF-8, and you have to close this tag. So this means this is under the Java. This is normal HTML, which we have discussed during the servlet time. So here what I need, as per the question, is say that you should have a login, okay, where ID and password field should be there. So what you are going to do, you have to create a form, right? And in form you can see I am passing the validation, that means user ID and password is correct, then only it should proceed further, otherwise it should give error message. So what I'll do, I'll just copy this This is the heading tag. Then you have form action is equal to validate.jsp, that I will be creating next step. Then method is equal to post. Already we have discussed previously that you can create label. So label for user ID you can give. Then input type is equal to text. ID you can give, name you can give, and is required, is compulsory to give. So like this, and just close the form, and you will be having a login button. So once let me use this one, okay, and this should be body tag. So I'll give this page name as a login. Okay, so I'll save it. So this is here, that's all done. So this is very simple, as we have during the servlet time. Same way we are going to do. Remember that you are going to use here. So this is for the label. So label just is for the naming, and then type will be the password. Okay, so ID will be password, name is equal to password, and it is required because it's mandatory that user should give the username and password. Then only submit will work, otherwise it won't work. So submit, I have the value as a login. If you want to run this, even you can run and see that, like right click, run as, run on server, select this, click on next. Already add configured in the right hand side, finish. Just wait for a few seconds. It will load a page. That means its browser is going to be open, and in browser you will see the output like your normal HTML page, where it will be your user ID and password. You can see that the difference, right? So it is just overlapping. You can use the break also, and the moment I click on login, it should see that the validation is there. That means without entering the username, if you give username and click login, so see, password is asking, so its password is not there. So once you give password, then only it should go. So this page is not available, that's why we are getting an error. So what I'll do, I'll just refresh and keep it. Then I'll go here. So next step, I should create validate.jsp code. That means inside the web app, right click, new, and JSP file, give the name, next, and finish it off. So what is this validation will work? That means it will check the username what you are submitting, that is correct and connecting to the database or not, and then accordingly it will validate. Okay, so when you are going to write this, remember guys, this is like it is going to retrieve the information from the database. So what parameter we have in the HTML form? We have a user ID and password. So I hope you remember during servlet time we discussed that we are going to create a variable name for the string, and we are going to call the get parameter, request dot get parameter. Then next step, you are going to check the JDBC URL, username and password. So MySQL already we have done it. Okay, so before executing, make sure we have to create this database and table. Okay, so initially I am going to take the connection is null, prepared statement is null, and result set is null. Now you are going to use try catch block. So in try block we have to establish the connection. So in Java what we have used, that was a different way. Here JSP, so you have to call a class, that means a package, what driver you are going to load in that. So it is method is class dot for name, where you will be loading the JDBC driver. So you can use this one. Next, create the connection object, where you are going to call the URL, database username and password. Once it is done, now what I am going to do, because when you hit submit, it is going to call select method only. So select from user, where user ID is equal to dynamic, so it's question mark, password is equal to also question mark. So we have AND operations, both is true, then only result is going to be appear here. So this like this only, and then you will prepare the statement, that means what query you are going to pass, then you are set the string for the user ID and password, and then you are going to execute the query. So that will be in the object, that is result set, and you are going to call the method called exit query. So it will execute the query, and if query is matched, that means cursor pointer, that means it will check total number of rows, it means where that particular username and password. If it is success, I should redirect my page to success.jsp where user ID should display that. Okay, and otherwise you are going to give the error page. And if you have any SQL exception, so let's throw that SQL exception and it will print. And you have to at last finally block where we are going to close the result set, and if any SQL exception is there, that has to be thrown. So you can just use this way, and this is entire under the JSP. This is called a JSP code. It's look like similar to the Java. So let me copy this. I'll copy from here, and it is inside body tag. Remember guys, you have to type, don't copy. I'm copying because of to reduce the time, because on video it will be almost, it will take 1 hour to type and execute. So this is done. Next is I will just copy this one, the entire our queries, and before the closing of the body tag. So you can see that, right? So again here we have the error, let it be there. There will be some error will come, so that we will solve, because this SQL we have not attached. So okay, so just wait, we will solve it. So this is comes entire for connection loading the MySQL. So remember, in previous video we have discussed about adding MySQL connector. So let's finish that. So what you have to do, because this is a MySQL project, you make sure that you load MySQL jar file you should add. So I'll click on my JSP project. You can go properties, or even you have here build path. So click on build path and click on configure build path. Automatically it will take to here. Select model path, select external jar file. Okay, select MySQL connector and apply and close. Okay, so this is done. I will save it. Still we are getting error. So what is the error? You can see that. So connection cannot be resolved as a type. Okay, next we'll create the page. Let me first create all the pages. Okay, now I'll click on again web app. So I have created here guys, if you see that the code as I said, right? So we should have redirection. If it is success, it should redirect to success.jsp. So I'll create a page called new JSP file success.jsp and just finish it off. Again I have to create another page that is called as error.jsp. So again right click, file new, and JSP and error.jsp file. Okay, so what is going to be on success page? Just a message. So I'll be taking that, it's just I'm printing that login successful, and what is the username of the particular user, I'll just call that username on the particular page. So in the success page inside the body, I'll just call this. So it is method is like whenever you are going to get the parameter, then you are going to use percentage is equal to tag. So there is a tag difference. You can see that @ tag and is equal to. So is equal to request.get parameter. You pass in bracket user ID and close the percentage. So this is closing, and then it will be print the name of the user ID, whatever is here. So in error page, just we are going to display it is error, login error, did not get connected or something, whatever you want, you can just write down. So I'll just give here, save it. Okay, so this I have done, but still I'm getting the error into the this. What is the error? Let's check it out from here. So you can see here what is the error. If you click on this, it shows that connection cannot resolve the type. Okay, so it is the error of database, because we have used here, we have not imported the main our SQL. So if you see in the steps, I have already given there also. So there you have to call the sorry guys, so you have to call the, that means import the package. So that's why, because this entire whatever we are getting error now. Okay, so this error, as I mentioned, that because it shows that connection, this is all repeated statement, this is all package, that means these classes are available into the SQL package, so that you have to import. So import you have to write here. If you write this one and save it, you see that all the error has gone. See, it's everything gone. So the error was coming because we have not imported the SQL package. So that's why. So when you want to import the package, you have to write %@ page import. This you are going to use in JSP only, not in servlet, remember. So this part we have done it. Okay, so there is nothing problem. Now what is there? If you run and submit, what will happen? So again right click. So you are going to run login page only. Right click, run as, run on server, select the server, click on finish directly, no problem. Now if I give anything, if I give my name and even I give password as a Pankaj, what happened? Still loading. See, message error connecting to database, because validation did not happen, database did not connected. What is the error? Because we have not created any database, we have not created any table for this project, and we are executing, so we are getting. So here steps has given. If you look at here in starting, I will give these steps into the comment also. So we have to create a database first. Okay, so I'll be creating the database. Let's open your mysql. Okay, let me change the cursor size. Font should be little bigger. I'll go. Okay. So now you can see here. So I'll create. This was the previous one. I'll close it. Just wait. So I'll open fresh mysql. I'll show you. So open your command line. Okay. So before that, I'll just change again font. Okay. So password is my root. Enter. Okay. And I will give paste it. After that, you know very well, when you want to create a table, you have to create inside this database. So I have to give this database use, and now it is done. So now I have to create table. So very simple, I am going to create a table, create table user, where I need only user ID and password. User ID is my primary key. So I am copying this. I'll go to the mysql, paste, it is created. So if you see that table, select star from, and table name is users, semicolon. Nothing result is there, right? But see, the thing is that in this program, actually we should have user ID and password. We are not asking you to create a sign up. We are asking you to check the login. Okay. So for that, what I'll do, I'll insert some name and password into that. So for that, you know very well how to insert. So insert into, so where you are going to insert, I'm going to insert into table. Okay, so users, and what you are going to insert, some values. So what is the insert? So user ID is varchar, so obviously it will be in quotes, right? I'll give username as Pankaj, or I'll give as a those two web. Okay, and password is also varchar, so I'll give password also in same password I'll give. Okay, so I'll close this one, close the bracket, semicolon, and enter. See, it is, that means data is inserted. If you see that select command, I have a user ID and password. Okay, now this is done. So everything is set up. Now let's again this page. Okay, right click. So I was getting the error because that time we don't had any database connection, anything, so that's what error was there. Now let's run once again. Right click, run as, run on server. Okay, next, and finish. Okay, so this we are going to do that. Once you run this one, you can see here I got the screen here as a same user ID and password, right? Now once you click on this, okay, so once you click on this, so my login should work now. So what login I've given, username I have given those to web, and password is also same, those to web, and click on login. See, still I am getting error. Why I am getting error? That means it is not connecting to database. Let's check the code. What is the problem here? That means invalidate page. Invalidate page, check it out. Have you given correct username and password? So root something it was, because when you copy paste maybe some issue will be there, so don't do copy paste guys, you type it by yourself. MySQL version is on your machine, and what is the jar file version, that is also matter a lot. So you can see that jar file is 8.0.20, but if you check it at MySQL on the top, MySQL version is 8.0.37. So you should have the jar file almost similar, almost 3 or something. Otherwise it will give the error. So if the version is not matched, you will get the error. So that is the error I'm getting. I've just explored on the internet and I got some 8.0.33 jar. Let me download and attach, and let's see that what will happen. It is going to execute. I will need exactly 8.0.37 jar file. So it's getting downloaded. You can see here. So you can search on the internet like download MySQL connector version 8.0.37 jar file. You can search and you can get it out. So even we have on MySQL, you just see that on another website, because when you explore on the like MySQL direct website, it will be not visible like Windows or whatever. It shows the source code. So here you have to search. This is pure source code. We don't want this one. Okay, so get it from other website. So its downloading is done. Let's attach this. So I'll again right click, properties in the project, okay, and model path, add external jar file, go to download section. I have downloaded 8.0.3, open, okay, apply and close. Okay, so this is done. Again I will right click, run as, run on server, next, and finish it off. So once you do that, this is the loaded. My user ID is same and password is also same. See, still I am getting the connecting to the database. That means database connection is not happening. So you can see the error still. Okay, so let me troubleshoot. So you have to see that the same version of jar file should be there. So what I'll do, I'll delete from here this jar file, build path, remove this jar file. Okay, so now let me save. Okay, and I'll stop this, and again I'll restart the refresh. This is okay. So I hope my username and password is correct, right? Those two web, yes. So yes, my username and password is same. Installed, it should be 8.0.35. That should be the MySQL version. And your jar file should be 8.3.0, and also add 8.0.20. That is better always. So I will share the link. You can download the jar file, or you can search on the internet and you can just attach to the library this jar file. So right click, run on server, okay, and next, finish. So this was the screen, and my input was, I have created the username, okay, and same password was there. I'll click on login. You can see here login is successful, welcome the username. So that's what we have to complete. That is the program number 11, which was said that you are going to connect with the database and your JSP. So this is how we have completed. So validation, once it is success message comes, so you will get success.jsp, that is welcome, and we are calling the username here, that is whatever the user ID I have given. And if it is not success, it will get error page. So this is how you can do that. And if you have any issue with this execution, you can put the question in comment section. I'll try as much as to possibility to resolve your. And that's all for the today's session. If you really like the video, please give a like, and you can share with your friends. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye bye.